One of the great things about using the Gale in context databases is that you can actually search for uh, current publications that you might actually have to pay for access to otherwise, such as the New York Times or the Washington Post. So I'm going to show you in this video how to find those publications with updated articles and also look at an article to show you why it's a great idea to actually use the articles in the database as opposed to trying to link to them online. Okay, so here we are on the main page of Opposing Viewpoints. I've already logged in. I reached this link through the main library page for the school. And then there's a password that you can give students, which you can get from your librarian. It's pretty simple. And they would log in and they'll come to a page that looks just like this. So here's the search box, and I'm not going to search for New York Times. What I'm going to do is actually search for the publication. And in order to do that, I have to go to advanced search, which that link is right here. Okay. All right, here's the advanced search page. There's a lot of options here. Again, I'm not going to use any of these things right here. I'm actually going to click on this link right up here that says publication search. Okay, and here's my search box to just search for publications. So I'm going to put in New York Times. Start guessing what I want. All right. So I have a few choices for New York Times. I want the newspaper, so I'm going to click on just New York Times, and then I have to click search. Okay. Again, here are a couple links you can see. I've already been to it because it's not blue anymore. I don't want the Scholastic publication. I want the New York Times Company publication. So I'm going to click on this first one. And a whole list of results comes up. Okay. And it's current from January 1985. Full text coverage. That means you can find the full entire article, not just a summary. And we can switch the year if we want here. But if you notice, today's February 26, 2021, and there are articles from today. So if I'm happen to look at New York Times online and I've run out of my free articles for the month, I can look here. But there are other reasons to use the database version of the articles when you're working with students. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So let's scroll down just a little more about this newspaper. You want to make sure it's the publication that you want. Not every publication is going to be in here, but there are some major ones. So let's click on today's date. Okay. And it tells me there's 100 articles. So I'm going to scroll down. Oh, but look, it's only giving me 3. Okay, so what do? I have to click on that number 100. Okay, and then it's going to give me a long list. And you notice it's today's date. Okay. And I have a few more pages I could look at here. But let's click on Helping Young Migrants and just take a look at the article and all the things that you can do with an article, which I think make it worth using the database version of the articles. Okay, so if we look up here at the top right, you can cite this article. It does it for you. I can select the text, copy and paste it where I need it. Okay, I can print it. I can download it as a PDF. One really nice thing is I can get the link so students can directly go here. So if I click on direct link, I can select that link and I can paste it into whatever format that you use to share information with your students. Okay, this will take them directly to this article. They won't have to search around. They won't have to look for the publication. It'll take them right to this page once they log in with the easy password that you again can get from your librarian. Okay, so let's scroll down a little. It gives me a reading level. It tells me how many words it is. So that might be important. Maybe you don't want your students reading a super high level, or you want to challenge them and you want them to read something a little higher level. So that's nice that it gives us that information here. The date, the publisher, and then you see we have some tools on the right and left here. So if we look over here on the right, I can save this article to my Google Drive, to my cloud, I can email it. Here again is a download button and a print button. So we have a few places where those pop up. So the nice thing is I'll talk about sending to Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive in a second and why it's nice to be able to save it there. Over here, I can translate the article into many different languages. So this could be very useful for our students. I can increase or decrease the font size, which you could do it on your computer too, but it's also something nice. And then here's a great thing. We can listen to the article. Okay. One really awesome thing is then I can download an MP3 version of the audio. So I think that's a really great tool that might be really useful for some students. Okay. And again, if we scroll down, here's the citation. All right. So I mentioned saving to Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive. One of the other nice things about this is that you can actually highlight and make notes on your article, and then it will save your notes and highlights if you send it to Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive. Okay, so I'll just show you an example. Once I select text, a box pops up that allows me to choose my highlighting color, and then I can write a note. Maybe I want to use this for something in the future. Maybe you want students to annotate an article, and here's a way that they can do this. Okay, I'm going to save it. I'm going to scroll down. Again, select some text. That box pops up. I'm going to choose a different color to highlight it and make my annotation here. Okay, so this is a very short example, but once I make my highlights and notes, just to double check them, I can click up here on the top right, highlights and notes, and it gives me what I highlighted and also the note that I wrote. The only way to save that information is to send it to Google OneDrive or Microsoft OneDrive or Google Drive. Okay, it will not save that information if you send it to your email. So that's a really cool way to have students annotate digitally, and then they could save it and then maybe send you that document so you can see what they did. So there are all kinds of reasons I think it's really nice to use the database version of current articles rather than trying to get them to sign up for an account and then do these same types of things with the websites of these newspapers. So again, you can get to opposing viewpoints from the main library page, and the librarian has the easy password to remember, and hopefully this will be helpful.